That's right. From Tri-City Bowl in Avondale, we're here for the title matches of the 2012 JBT Desert Open Marathon, and marathon it's been as we're pushing 8 o'clock at night here, and they've started at 9 o'clock this morning, so almost 11 hours of grind-out shot bowling. Hello, Cameron. The last two alive in the handicap division are two Californians, Greg Adler and Marguerite Evans. One of them is going to take home the glass cactus and a oodle of other benefits for winning this tournament. This is Adler shooting in the 6th frame, strike up, and wow, 10 pins down. The luckiest bowler on tour. I'll tell you why I call him that in a second. Gets a real lucky break there to double up. The difference in the handicap is 7. Marguerite has to beat Greg by 7 to tie and 8 to win. They were just about even before that double, so it's about a 12-pin lead on the scoreboard for Greg, plus that extra 7. Riley Dempsey and Jacob Buttriff finishing up the scratch round of 8, and it looks like Buttriff is going to advance in that round. Please don't. Thank you. Ha ha, Riley. It's a long inside joke from Riley over there. Big strike for Evans there in the 6th. I'm going to introduce the scratch round of 4 bowlers. Oh, he chops it instead. And as the scratch division finishes up, that's Jacob Buttriff. He's going to defeat top seed Riley Dempsey and advance to the round of 4. In scratch, he's going to join Cameron Smith, Sven Majeski, and Oscar Chan in those semifinal matches. As Riley finishes up in 5th, it'll be Eric Hatchett in 6th. Zachary in 7th, and Aaron Fauché finishes up his JBT career in 8th place. Nice job, everybody. Scratch, you have your weight assignments on the board for the semifinals. You'll be using 37 and 33. Take a second to gather yourselves, and I'll meet you down on those pairs. After that strike, Evans leaves a 4-7 combo and picks it up nicely. Keeps yourself right in this match. Any sort of mark is a good mark right now. They bowled on the 2010 Reno Nationals pattern for this block, and it started brutal, and they've bowled a lot of games on it, so it's devolved from there into an extremely challenging pattern. They bowled 15 games of qualifying on 3 different lane conditions, short, medium, and long. And then Riley chose the pattern for the match play rounds, which was this morning's medium pattern, and it's a brutal one. And meanwhile, Adler gets a Brooklyn strike to make it 3 in a row. I called him the luckiest bowler on tour because he won his first title as a lucky loser out of the survivor format. He had a losing score, but we had an odd number of survivors. So he advanced and he took it all the way to the title. And he's got his hands on his head after just about every shot. It's not the reaction you're looking for as a bowler. Yeah. Single game matches, higher seed has choice of letters. It'll be Smith versus Buttriff in the scratch semifinal. Look out! Oh, just shaves that 3-pin. And Chan playing Majeski in the other scratch semifinal. Wow, so Greg won that first title out of the lucky loser position, and he was dead to rights to Austin Thompson, who has been on mega fire on tour, needing to get a spare in the 10th to eliminate him. Austin left a 2-pin, touched the 2-pin on the spare, and it didn't fall. Only to Greg Adler would that pin not fall. Big shot for Evans, and she mixes him up for a strike of her own, keep herself alive. Strike in the 8th for Evans. She'll need to re-rack that 9th frame shot and could really use a double there in the 9th to set up her 10th frame. Oopsie. That would be a funny looking spare to shoot at. Good turnout this weekend at Tri-City. The 102nd and final event of the 2011-12 season. It's been a marathon as well. Oscar doing the limbo past the camera. Been a fantastic season. We hit the ceremonial reset button as soon as they're done here and started all over again with season 17 in 2 weeks up in the Seattle area. Huge shot for Evans. Has a high finish of 2nd on tour. She wants to get that cactus. This is an imperative shot. It's going to go left and too far left. Now she's going to have to spare up this 136 to stay in the match. Evans, perennial top 5 finisher in both points and overall standings, made the All-Star team a couple of seasons, but hasn't broken through for that title. It is so hard to win out here on tour. The formats are long, the lanes are tough, and the competition is fierce. Has to have this spare. Got a hook. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Trouble for Marguerite here, as Adler just needs to keep the ball in play. See if he puts his hands on his head after shooting this ball. Oh, he must like this one. Oh, wow. He's got it all going for him right there. Greg Adler has to touch the head pin right now, and they go collapsing down like all of us back here in the stands after 11 hours of watching, and he is going to pull this off. He was a 2-pin that didn't fall away from elimination, and he's going to do it again. Yes, there's the pocket, and he could potentially shoot a 200 game, and a big smile on his face, as he should. He's got a big cheering section with him today. Have they all disappeared?
Yeah, they did. They
That's Mom. The whole cheering section gave up. He had his whole family back here for a while, and they're going to be proud when they see him come home with the cactus. So in addition to a $500 first place prize, the big bonus is that if he qualifies for TPC next year, he's automatically in the quarters. He gets buyed through that. Every tournament he shows up at, we will give him 5 free brackets. Every tournament he shows up at, we'll give him 25 raffle tickets. So 500 for first could literally translate into thousands for first if he travels around with us here. So this is a tremendous win and well-deserved for Greg Adler. 191 scratch is going to be more than enough for his 2nd career title and first major. And for Marguerite, it never feels great to come in 2nd, but coming in 2nd out of this field in this tournament is an outstanding accomplishment. She'll be proud later. Right now, she probably wants to punch somebody in the haboob. If you're watching this from somewhere else and aren't familiar with that word, please go look it up before I get sued. H-A-B-O-O-B. It's a weather term. There's the ball that she wanted all the rest of the time. They are dust storms. She'll be in the, she's right around the 160 average, and she'll be in the 160s if she get one more strike. Average games were more often than not enough to win today, but Adler went way over average for his final game here when it counted for all the marbles. That'll still be a 150 average. Ties her career high finish. It'll be her highest career paycheck. And a good way to go out this season and get some momentum heading into the next season. Buttriff leads Smith early with the front 4 on the left side as he continues to be at his best against our biggest names. He took out defending champ Riley Dempsey in the semifinal, in the round of 8 in a closely contested match. Meanwhile, Majeski, the decided underdog in this match, he trails early against Oscar Chan. Congratulations to Marguerite and Greg Adler, your handicap Desert Open champ. We'll be back with the scratch division title match here pretty soon.